Alright, in this one we're going to pull out a few of these old welder transformers, sort of a part 2 for the welder teardown. So we'll grind out these welds. This thing's got a wedge here and a wedge here, they're welded in, these spot welds, so I'll take them out. Grab my face mask first. Alright, we're all ground out. Next stage, knock out the wedges. Alright, more insulators. Alright, down to the last coil. Alright, this is what it looks like whacked apart. We got these insulator plates that protected this from the steel. These steel, I don't know, the arbor I guess you call it. It's just layers and layers of steel plates all welded together. So if anybody's got a use for hundreds of little thin steel pieces of steel, got lots here. And then they use these sort of glue board wedges to jam in between the arbor and the coils to tighten it all up, and that's about it. Come apart pretty easy. So I'll go work on another one here and show you how to open up a slightly different design. Here's one of the other coils, that big double that was there. So this one's aluminum too. It's aluminum bands with this copper tack welded in there. So it's just a big, wide piece of aluminum plate wound round, round, round. So in this one, where I've got the chalk line here, or that wax line, that's the weld I got to grind off. I grind that there. Same thing on the other side. And in theory, it should pop apart. This one looks like it's, yeah, no, it's got a tight weld right in there. Might be a little bit of trouble to get in there, but. So here's the other smaller transformer. This one looks like it's fine copper wire. So I'm thinking this one might be all copper, but I'm going to take it apart and see if there's aluminum in it too. But it's just this weld here, one on the other side, and that's it. Hammer apart, knock her off. So I'll go and grind these off, save time on this video, and then I'll come back. So I got those welds ground off, the sides here, and I whacked that at the hammer a good dozen or so times. Knocked the top plate off, come apart in pieces, and then that gives us the coil around the center part of the arbor. This might be interesting getting it off. Actually, this should work good. You get the idea. I'll pop it off and then show it. Okay, we popped it off the arbor. There's the wreckage. Now this here, it looks like it's all copper all the way through there. You can see into it where I mashed it with bits of insulation in between it. So I don't think they're going to want to take this as clean copper. This is a lot of copper there, but if a person was going to do this for money, it's unless you got lots of them, because they don't take that long to take apart. Really not worth taking these things apart. Unless you can guarantee there's copper coils in there. But all my heavy coils, those three big boogers over there, and then this thing right here, it's all aluminum. So it's not hardly worth anything, you know, like 40 cents a pound these days. And then it's got the insulation in between, so it really makes it so it's not worth that much. But anyways, if a person wanted to know what's in Welder and how to take them apart, I figured this video would probably show you. I was going to take it apart anyways to use this as a cabinet, and the rest of this, you know, if I get something out of it, that's gravy. So we'll see what else we can find, and maybe I'll pull apart this other transformer. Alright, this one's been a bit of a bruiser. I have a hard time getting in here to grind with my grinder. I put a new blade on it, so it'll probably do better now, but I used the air chisel on the other side to cut the weld apart. It's working alright. Get it in there. Stay sharp for very long. I'm not going to get away without the grinder. Here they are. Well, here we are. We got all the transformers apart. This thing here, if it was copper, I wouldn't be able to lift it like this. It's solid aluminum with the insulating layers. Same with this thing. I guess this came off of this one. This piece is tack welded on, and it's just a big long coil of aluminum with paper in between. So whatever that's good for, I don't know. Scrap metal will come along and tear these things off. If I can, I tore one off. Alright, that's going to conclude my transformer stripping video. So out of those three transformers in that massive welder I stripped, there was only the smallest one was copper. the medium one, that double with the flat aluminum, it had these as conductors. Attach your leads to, and then it was tack welded into the ends. So that's all my copper. Really, unless you got lots of these, it's really not worth the time, especially when majority of it, all this here, turns out to be aluminum. The three largest, that 3-pack transformer, the largest one, it's got 2 copper leads. I'm going to assume that's for voltage sensing, and then the rest of it is aluminum. Even the crimps are aluminum. These wires are aluminum too. No idea what they're for, but it's not my job. This pile here, the arbors, that's where all my weight was. Heavier than anything. You know, I couldn't pick up the big one. I just couldn't. All I could do was roll around. Even the medium-sized one, the double, that thing had to be like 80 pounds. It was maybe 60, but it was quite a bit just to pick it up. So there you have it. Probably not worth the effort unless you got lots of them and you know they're copper. But a little tiny pile of copper out of that great big 500 amp 3-phase welder, and then lots of aluminum. So if you found this helpful at all, you know, hopefully I saved you guys some time. Unless you have a welder from like the 50s, back when they used solid copper windings, taking them apart for scrap really isn't worth your time. Well, feel free, like, share, subscribe, and have a good day. Thanks for watching.